Hi everybody, welcome to my presentation on Greg Mortenson. To be more specific, I will be discussing whether his actions in life can more appropriately define him as a hero or a goat. Some definitions from Merriam-Webster and Cambridge Dictionary state that a hero is a person admired for achievements and noble qualities. Some similar terms for this might be an idol, icon, or god. On the other hand, a goat is defined as a person who is blamed for causing a failure or defeat. Related terms to this would be a scapegoat or a fall guy. So where exactly does Greg Mortenson fall? Greg Mortenson was born in Minnesota, but moved when he was 3 months old to present-day Tanzania. His parents were devout Lutheran missionaries. The eldest of 4 children, he was particularly close to his younger sister, Krista, who suffered from epilepsy. In his time in Tanzania, he developed a passion for mountains and eventually became an avid mountaineer. Looking at the image, you'll notice that Tanzania contains many mountainous regions, including that of Mount Kilimanjaro. His most challenging climb was K2, which he attempted to climb as a tribute to his sister Krista shortly after she had passed away. On paper, Greg certainly had many accomplishments that would resemble that of a hero. He served as a medic for the U.S. Army in Germany and later graduated with a degree in nursing and liberal studies from the University of South Dakota. Though an initial failure, his journey through K2 helped guide him in his humanitarian efforts. On his descent, he says that he stumbled into a tiny village in northeastern Pakistan called Korfi. Exhausted from his trek, he was nursed back to health by the people. While he was there, he noticed that the children didn't have adequate facilities or materials to gain a proper education. Feeling a debt of gratitude, Mortenson vowed to return one day and build a school for the children. After returning to the United States, Mortenson discovered that it was very difficult to raise the kind of money to fulfill his promise. Eventually, he enlisted the help of a known millionaire, Jean Herney, and together they established the Central Asia Institute, a non-profit organization established to improve education, especially for young girls throughout villages in Pakistan. Mortenson's dream was now becoming a reality, and all of his experiences at this time were shared in his memoir best-selling book, 3 Cups of Tea. According to the villagers, when you share a cup of tea with someone for the first time, you are considered a stranger. The second cup you share means you are an honored guest, and with the third cup you are considered family. That is what these people thought of Mortenson. He was essentially part of their family. Eventually, Mortenson was able to build a school in Korfi, along with many, many more in Pakistan and Afghanistan. His quest to better the education in Central Asia earned him a nomination for the Nobel Peace Prize. So where did things take a turn? Several years after his books were published, people began to question Mortenson's accomplishments. In his book 3 Cups of Tea and its sequel, Stones into Schools, there were a few timeline issues and alleged fabricated accounts that were heavily scrutinized. In an expose on the program 60 Minutes, Mortenson was accused of using the CAI's funds from donors to finance his travel, book tours, and other personal expenses. It was also revealed that many of the school's success stories from the work of the CAI were heavily embellished. When asked about the tales of Greg Mortenson, author John Krakauer said, "It's a beautiful story, and it's also a lie." Though he was never formally incriminated, Mortenson was ordered to pay back more than $1 million to the CAI for his misuse of funds. Just one day after the feature aired, Krakauer published an ebook entitled 3 Cups of Deceit, effectively tarnishing Mortenson's legacy. There is no doubt that Mortenson cared about improving the lives of Pakistani and Afghan children. Unfortunately, he made a few mistakes along the way. In an interview on the Today Show, Mortenson said, "I'd also like to apologize to everybody. I let a lot of people down." Is that an admittance of guilt? Did he only do this to save face? Is he a hero or a goat? Time for you to decide.